That was fancy. That was a 60-minute countdown intro, or 60 seconds, and it felt like it was 60 minutes. That was very strange and weird. I think it made me more nervous than if I would just went live. Hello, good evening. It's Wednesday, September the 11th. That's a day that Americans don't really forget. So I'm Jessica. I am not the most famous childless cat lady, but I am a childless cat lady. So I am here streaming. This is my productivity stream. Welcome. If you are a subscriber, all one of you, welcome. But you can always subscribe on my YouTube. I'm also live over on Twitch. I've got a chat popped up. So if you are on, let's see, I got comments already. Oh, Kelly Colby is on YouTube. There you go. Welcome, Kelly. I 100% stole this idea from them, from Cursed Dragon Ship, who is my publisher. We do productivity streams, and it really helps me out to get stuff done. So I really wanted to keep that momentum going and maybe create some community and do some other fun stuff. We'll see. I will kind of let this evolve as it goes because I really don't know where it's going. I thought, first of all, I would do what good meeting announcers do or good meeting leaders do, and they do like a check-in. So I've been to some writing, kind of like other writing community once a week kind of thing. Sorry, that's my dog. He'll do that. If anyone gets near him, he will bark, or anyone comes outside, he will bark. But anyway, I thought I would check in, and like I said, it's the 11th, September 11th. A day that lives in infamy for Americans, really, I guess. I don't know about the rest of the world. And then we would always do, how are you feeling? What's preventing you from being here present? And I don't know, but that's kind of a little bit too touchy-feely for me, but nothing's really preventing me. I'm cool to be here. I'm really excited about it, actually, because I do love to hear myself talk. So I thought this is a great opportunity for that. I'm going to do some writing sprints. You can do whatever creativity sprints you want if you enjoy making tiny wigs for woodland creatures, if you enjoy knitting, crocheting, cooking, doing your laundry, whatever. I'm going to be writing or doing art. I'm definitely going to be eating a cat. I have a cat yeet banners prepared for tonight because I just know that I'm going to do that. So excellent. Kelly is going to be reading, I see. I had a good time reading on Monday night on the Cursed Dragon Ship stream. It was really fun and relaxing, and I was glad I was able to get home from work and do that. But I thought I would also talk a little bit, go until about 7:10 or so, kind of do the check-in part. What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching? I can tell you that I was just watching, and it's actually still playing back here on my TV. I need to turn up. Cat eat. Hold on. There you go. Cat eats. One. He's already knocking Halloween decorations down and screaming. So there we go. First cat eat. But anyway, I was watching The Rings of Power on Amazon. So the intensely detailed Tolkien adaptation of, I guess, the Silmarillion. I don't really know. I like it. I'm watching it, but it's a little boring, even though it's not boring. It's so bizarre. I got to think about that a little bit. This isn't here to like give critiques on movies or TVs, but you got to be filling your creative well if you expect anything to come out of your creative well. So when I'm watching that. I watched that movie, The Deliverance, on Netflix last week. That was, something. It's definitely a movie about demon possession. That part I enjoyed of it. The demony parts were cool. So I like that part. There are other problems with it, but the demon part's fun. And that kind of brings me to what I am reading. I'm currently reading my best friend's exorcism. Yay! It's part of my monster reading for the month of October, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later at the end of the stream. But this is the first book I'm reading for the month of October for my monster project. It's awesome. When I was reading on Monday night, I did get I think I'm about a third of the way, maybe a little past that through it. Yeah, Kelly's reading that one next month. I know that was on your list. You picked it for that very detailed reading challenge you're doing. It's really cool, but it's very detailed. Anyway, it's great so far. I'll talk more about that when I finish it. And I'm also listening to a book. I have a really long commute, so I am listening. Oh, I guess my iPad updated. I'm listening to the Good House. Is it going to pop up here? Yeah. So I'm listening to The Good House by I never know how to say this. Tananarive Due. So this is awesome so far. I'm just getting to a good part. I thought for a minute it was a little bit slow, but it's really not. It's super. You're needing what they're doing here, what she's doing there. So, she's fresh off a Shirley Jackson Award win and a Stoker Award for her book, The Reformatory, which I will probably listen to in the very, very near future after I listen to this one. But it's great so far. So that's what I'm reading and listening to and watching. I don't know. We'll see where we get. We are right at 7:10. So the last thing I want to do before I do want to start is Poisonwood Bible. I tried to read the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. I respect that Barbara Kingsolver is a Pulitzer Prize winner. It is just not for me. I couldn't get into it, and I couldn't get into Demon Copperhead either, even though I know it's highly recommended. So it's just sometimes you start reading and you're like, yeah, this one isn't for me, and I can't point my finger on why I don't like it exactly. I just didn't mesh with it. But I respect that, because if someone says that about one of my books, I understand that's just how it is. But anyway, who knows? Maybe I can give it another try down the road. But I want to kind of set goals. I don't know what you guys are doing. I know Kelly is on here and she is reading a book. If anybody else is out there, whatever you're doing is cool. If you want to draw, you want to share, I'm going to note my word count and share that. My goal for tonight, I'm working on a chapter from my the second book in my Huntress and Harvester series, the Misplaced Mercenaries Adventures. So it's a sequel to my first book, A Seed Once Sown. This is loosely working title right now is called Star-Crossed, but I don't know if it probably won't stay that way. But anyway, that's what I'll be working on, because I have set a goal in my mind to have 2 chapters done by the end of this week. So hopefully get a chapter done tonight and then a chapter done tomorrow night on another productivity stream. But that's where I want to get to. Not necessarily a word count goal. And I don't know, I wouldn't worry about that anyway. I just want to we just want to create for the time we have. So we are going to do 2 45-minute sprints. I'm going to start my Alexa timer here in a little bit, and we'll go for 45 minutes. When I come back, and then I'm going to be up on the screen, so you'll see me. I'm going to be sitting here. I know it'll look super maybe weird and boring, but create along. And when the timer goes off, I don't have a fancy timer. I haven't figured that part out yet. But when it goes off, I will come back live and then kind of do another little mini check-in and see how the first sprint went. Then do another sprint and then do a checkout, close out the night, and we'll see where we get to. So I have a schedule written down because that's just how insane I am. But it's just so I remember what I'm supposed to be doing, because I will forget what I'm about here. But let's go ahead, and if nobody has anything else, we'll go ahead and start the sprint. So I will see you back in 45 minutes. So Alexa, set a timer for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, starting now.
She's very useful. All right, I'm going to mute my microphone. My camera will stay on, and see you in 45 minutes. Okay. You can hear by the annoying Alexa in the background. Alexa, stop. That the timer's up. So that was 45 minutes. I got going there at the end. That was pretty good. Let me look at my word count here and see what I got. Gonna do my ciphering. Take off my shoes and socks here so I can do all this math. Yeah, 750 words for me. That was awesome. Kelly, you read 25 pages. Very good work. Are you getting through your book? What book are you reading? All right. Well, that's weird. The chat. There. 2:30 left to go. Oh, awesome. That's right. The Obsidian Tower. You're reading that the other night. Cool. So yeah, I hope you got something done in your 45 minutes. I hope if you were making frog wigs, you'd made a lot of frog wigs. If that's the case, please send me a picture of the frog wigs because I want to know that I was instrumental. Oh, the story dragon. Hey Taylor. Whoop whoop. Finished a post, need to polish another one. Cool. Anyway, if you are making frog wigs on this productivity stream, I demand that you send me a picture of frog wigs because I would really like to know that something I did helped the frog wig come into this world. So please do. Hey, I've doubled my subscriber. Oh, that means I have 2. Woo! I'm getting started. This is really fun. I like doing this. It makes me feel like I was thinking today. I was thinking of the DJs, the old school radio DJs back when people listened to the radio, like Delilah. How she would every night. Delilah would come on and do positivity and music that you can just be positive about. So, fun fact about me, when I was in high school, I was actually a radio DJ, like a board operator at a radio station, and so I was the person that sat in the studio and played commercials and worked the board in the radio station. The radio station I worked for was a classic rock station in Parkersburg, West Virginia, and they did a lot of Cincinnati Reds baseball games, so they would pipe them in and I had to rebroadcast them and then play commercials at the correct intervals and do that. And then I did like Sunday night. They had a lot of like shows. They had like a Beatles show and a classic rock concerts. They would do like every hour on the hour. So I did all that. It was a good gig. I could read a lot during it. That was awesome because like you had a lot of downtime. So I did homework or read or whatever I felt like doing. But that was pretty cool. I did a lot of commercials for them eventually, and I used to do their weather forecasts. Like I'd set it up at night, so they had like special copy. It was like, now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the Mid Ohio Valley on Classic Rock Z106. So you had to kind of say it like that. So this reminds me of that. The microphone's right in my face, like a DJ microphone would be, and it was fun. Yeah, Breakfast with the Beatles. Yep, I don't remember what it was called, but it was definitely like an hour and they would pick like Beatles history and go over and stuff. I mean, I was super into country music at that point because I was a pretty big Reba McEntire fan and it was the early 90s. So that was when like country music was super. That's the last time I listened to country music, but yeah, radio DJ. Anybody have any struggles as you did your writing or your craft or whatever you're reading? I personally struggled when I popped open my manuscript. I realized that the last bunch that I had written had not saved, or I didn't save it, or I saved over it, or something stupid, because I know I wrote this chapter and it's all gone now, so I'm having to rewrite it. So that's a struggle bus. Had to get more coffee. Chair not comfy enough. My chair is also not quite comfy enough. Boopy had some. He was barking. There were people outside doing things. He doesn't like it. Um, yeah, no, exactly. I lost a bunch of stuff. The good news is that it was a super bad. Like I remember when I wrote it the other night, I was like, "Oh, this is terrible." And I usually think that, but this one was hard to write. So we'll look on the positive and say that I was practice writing that one, and this one will be much better. I know what I did wrong in this one, so I'm gonna hopefully think about that and learn my lesson and resave it or put the auto save on or whatever I'm gonna do. But I don't want to do that. I'd put my manuscript in two places, like one backup copy and then the working copy. And I think I just accidentally saved over my working copy with the old backup copy. So that's terrible. But I mean, can't cry about it. Got to go write the words again. So it is what it is. At least it wasn't very much. It was like maybe, I don't know. It wasn't very much. It was a little half of a chapter or so. So we'll be a little bit behind, but we'll make it up. And that's why it's great to have tomorrow night too in the stream. But I'm sure everybody has a struggle bus moment. Yeah, question. I write in Word right now. I'm writing in Word. Eventually, I'll take the Word stuff and put it in Scrivener, maybe. Um, I mean, I may not do that because it'll have to go to Kelly anyway, and she'll deal with it. And usually, I send it to her in Word, so I probably won't. Um, but yeah, you just use Word. Scrivener is for I've been using it for my short story collection, which I'll show right now. So available at Copperfield's little Halloween thing. I have this little chapbook I got done. It's full of monster stories. So it looks good. I got my proof copy. Everything looks okay. I corrected a few things, but it's a bunch of monster short stories. And I'll have this for Halloween and little giveaways. I didn't know how the little chapbook was going to turn out, but I actually really like it. I think it's cool. I would buy it if I was out and about at a little thing. And I love the cover. I had Ruth Anna Evans do the cover. So it was nice to work with her. She does I think she specializes in horror covers, and I knew I wanted a monstery horror one, but she was stoked to do like a classic monster one, and we kind of collaborated on it. Well, she did all the work. I told her what I liked and didn't like. If you want to call that collaboration, I suppose you do. But it was fun. I'll be glad to share that on Halloween, but and maybe beyond because I ordered a bunch of copies, so we'll see. All right. It's 8:07. I think that it's probably enough chitty chat. I do have some stuff at the end to kind of check out with, but I'm going to get back at it and try to recover my chapter and finish it out. Hopefully I can finish it out. If I don't finish it out, I might be close. I think I had to do that last week. I had to write a little bit longer and finish it out, but this is what it is. I mean, I did this to myself, so I'll figure it out. But I'm going to set another timer for 45 minutes and let me look at my banners and we'll do 45 minutes sprint. I'm a little disappointed I've only had one cat eat tonight. I feel like they have let me down. So we'll be back here. I can't do that math. I'll have to do it later, but I'll put it up here on the banner. But let's go ahead. I'm going to mute my microphone and your 45 minutes starts now. All right. My Alexa has warned me that we are finished. That's 45 minutes. We are back. Check in. How did we do? Progress update. I got another 756. Yeah, it does go fast. I'm always surprised by that. How fast that 45 minutes goes. Once you get into it, it's hard sometimes to get moving on them, but once I get into it and go and get in the flow, it's like, where'd that time go? I ended up with 750 and 756, so 1506 words. It's awesome. Kelly did 32 pages. That's good. Story Dragon, how'd you do? Oh, nice. Another post. Well, yes, I agree. I was expecting to get a little more done. Like I said, I wanted to get this chapter done, but it's kind of a complex chapter. So I might need to adjust my expectations. Had I not had to redo it, I might be better off. But you know what? 1506 is pretty good for an hour and a half. I don't need to go to bed till 10. Yeah, I will probably take Boopy out and then maybe read a little bit myself. But I am dead tired. I had a long drive today and long day at work, so I'm actually pretty tired and I will probably go to bed. Although I do not have to get up quite so early tomorrow. I am a little closer to home the next couple of days, which makes it good. This was good. My first productivity stream on my own here doing it. I feel pretty good about it. Hopefully, you got a bunch of stuff done. It was good for me. I hope, if you're watching this back, you can always sprint along in recording. So, I got to figure out how to put a better timer up. Maybe that's what I can figure out. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Kelly. I am also looking forward to Friday. I thought what I would do to close these out was, if you like doing these streams and you like, literary things and writing things, I wanted to give a place where I could give some shout outs and direct you to some things that might be pretty cool. So, the next stream, so tomorrow night, Thursday night, Cursed Dragon Ship does another productivity stream. So Kelly Colby, who's on here right now, she'll be doing a stream. I'll be live on that. So our little Saturday, Sunday morning writing group kind of does our productivity stream, and then we share pages at some point over the weekend. But it's always a good time. Hopefully I get another 1506 or more done tomorrow night. I'll be able to focus on writing. I won't be trying to cat eat and do banners and all this DJ Jazzy Jess stuff that I'm doing here now, but I like it anyway. This is my jam. I love doing this stuff. I love doing a podcast when I did it, so this is fun. So Thursday nights, CDS does a productivity stream, and then Monday nights, Kelly does her ride along, or read along, reading sprints. And I did that last Monday. It was a lot of fun, but you could also write or do crafts or whatever you want to do. It's your time. You do whatever you need to do to feel good about that time. So that's a lot of fun. You can hang out Thursday and Monday and do streams. And then next Wednesday, we'll be here again doing this. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as my grandma would have said. Obviously, I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday night. If I get stuck at work or something weird happens or there's an event I have to do, I might have to not do it, but I'll try to let you know in advance on my social media. And I'll figure out how to put a stream. I think there's a calendar you can do on Twitch. I'm sure I could do it on YouTube too if I figure it out. Who knows? That's a lot of work too, but we'll see what happens. I'm glad this went as well as it did. So some events coming up. It's a spooky season. Fall and spooky season means books. It's not just spooky books, but so tomorrow's Thursday, but Friday the 13th. I know there are at least 2 literary events going on. There's number 1, the Texas Horror Anthology releases. It's volume 9. I know some people that have stories in that. And if you like horror, and all of the stories are based around Texas, so if you like Texas and you like horror, it's gonna be your jam. Usually, some really awesome stories. Not usually, always really awesome stories in those. I enjoyed the volume 8 that I got. Um, book signing. So what Kelly is talking about on there, like looking forward to Friday. There's a book signing. Anne Rose is releasing a book um, at the Barnes and Noble in the Woodlands. So I think we're going to do a little field trip to that. I definitely want to go. I'm all about supporting our other local writers here. So, and I know Anne a little bit, not as well as Kelly does, but I do know Anne, and I'm happy to support her. So that's gonna be cool. And like, I need an excuse to go to a Barnes and Noble or a bookstore, you know. So, um, and then on a personal note, on Saturday, I will be at the local author book signing in Missouri City from 12 to 4, and I'll post that on my socials too. But if you're on that side of town, the southwest side of Houston, I don't get over there that often, I guess. So I'll be in that hood doing some book signings. There'll be some pretty awesome authors there with me. I think there are 12 other authors, and I know quite a few of them. I know there's me and Melissa Allgood, who writes spy thriller, suspense, and some YA stuff. Really smart writer. She'll be there, so you can get her books. Horror, so Marcus Sabom will be there, as well as Rebecca Torrialis. I think she writes fantasy. Marcus writes horror. And then the Dark Queen herself, Lisa Vasquez of Stitch Smile. Um, and Memento Mori magazine, Ink magazine, she will be there, I believe. So I haven't seen her in a while. I'm excited to see Lisa Vasquez. I haven't seen her in a while. I'll have to give her a hug. But she'll be there, and I'm sure she would love to talk to you about horror and magazines or whatever. But lots of other cool authors there, lots of genres, not just horror, not just whatever, lots of them. Some children's authors too. So if you're in that area, check us out. And then just to kind of thinking about what's going to happen in the next few weeks, I know Kelly kind of talked about it there a little bit, and I talked about it on a previous live stream, but I'm challenging myself in October to read spooky stuff. And I want to read, I mean, I always do that. It's not like I don't always read spooky stuff, but I want to read a book. I chose books about monsters where the monster is heavily featured. So I've got a demon, ghost story, vampire, werewolf. Wait, what was it? Demon, ghost, vampire, werewolf, zombie. I think there's 5 of them. And I'm going to start with the demon, and that's why I am reading My Best Friend's Exorcist. So on the 25th, on this stream, might be a little extra long because I'll talk a little bit about that. And I want to have a guest on to talk about demon books and maybe if they've read this book as well. So I'll be looking for somebody to be my Best Friend's Exorcist buddy on that stream. I'll figure that out later. But and lots of other stuff coming up. So next week, I know there's a lot more events coming up. There's some events at Copperfield bookstore, not just their author fair, but some cool stuff I'll talk about next week. And yeah, there we go. Lots of stuff to do. So make it out to some event near you if you can. Support local authors, indie authors, lots of other people. But yeah, just give your support where you can. That means a lot to people, even if you show up to their signings. I know it means a lot to me. So it has to mean a lot to other people. And if it doesn't, that means they're probably a bad person and possessed by the devil or something. And not in a cool way, like Glenn Close was in that Deliverance movie, in a bad way. So there you go. I hope everybody made progress tonight that wanted to make progress. Set your intentions and do something. Something is better than nothing. So move forward. That's all. Any last words from the peanut gallery here? I don't know. Peanut gallery. I think that is a bad term. I shouldn't have said that. But any last words from the chat? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Taylor, for being on here with me and humoring me. I will see you guys tomorrow and probably this weekend at some point. Definitely, Kelly. I'll see you Friday night. Oh, I love this. I love it too. It's a lot of fun. I hope I get millions of followers and people line up to watch me on camera do whatever it is I'm doing here. You can see I'm a little disappointed. We only had one cat. The cat yeet was before I went on the air, and I'm sad that they were so well behaved tonight. That is disappointing from these rainy boys because they're usually not very well behaved. So, with that, it's 9:04. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here and crank my AC back down so I can go to sleep. Take Boopy La Smooch outside and let him pee, and then we are gonna head to bed. So, thank you, everybody. Have a great night, a great Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.